From a distance, the world looks blue and green, and the snow-capped mountains white. From a distance, what's going on? What's going on, y'all? Good morning. Right now. Hey, Apple sister. Baby, it's colder than Tracy's bed on the New Year's Eve night in Antarctica right now. Here in Houston, Texas. I'm gonna put my cam on. Guys, it is cold as hell. I'm not liking this cold. I'm telling you, my nose is irritating me. You would have swore I've been with Misunderstood and Heidi on an all-night binge. It is crazy. Um, Shout out to Misunderstood and Heidi for liking White Christmas all year round. Um, well, having a white Christmas. I'm just joking for the most part. Like 30% of that, I'm joking. Um, the temperature here, let me look. Oh, my temperature says it is 48 degrees. It's 48 degrees. Now, I know some of y'all may scoff at that, but this is Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas now. Um, but I'm not a cold weather person. I stayed in Minneapolis for a few years as a child. Um, and I was talking to my stepfather the other day, and we were, he was telling me, how he's still in Minneapolis. Um, and he's actually in St. Paul. Minneapolis and St. Paul are known as the Twin Cities, but in Minnesota. He likes the cold because he says it's invigorating. Well, for me, it makes me want to get under a warm blanket and not move until it passes. What's your Star Bill? What temperature is? What is the temperature where you're at? Lightweight weather. Again, this is Texas. Y'all got to remember, this is Texas. We're not accustomed to this. It's like going to the islands, going to the Cayman Islands, and it's 48 degrees there. They're not accustomed to that. It's 10. Oh God, it's 28 degrees in Chicago. Um, but y'all, I'm gonna show you. Well, I'm downtown Houston now. Uh, but you'll see people laid out, sleeping still. Um, and that's the reality. It's eye opening. Um, I was listening to some content creators while I was getting ready this morning, and was Charles Barkley made some comments, and I have to check that out in regards to Black people. Um, and everything, people, it's gotten national news attention for what happened with Shanquilla. Um, and that's good that it's getting national exposure because it needs to have national exposure. Hell, we're still talking about Natalie Holloway. Natalie Holloway, what happened? How long ago was it with her disappearance? You know what I mean? That's my thing is value us. We have value. All of us, our lives should all have value regardless to how you worship, what sexual orientation you are, what sex you are, or should I say X. Um, but I think that it's just tragic how everything played out with this girl, with this woman. You know, we're seeing what led to her. There's a difference between seeing someone and knowing this is the cause that she's not here any longer. That doesn't take away from trans people or anyone else. It was just, it's different seeing someone and knowing this is what led up to them, their demise. So I think that, hey, chat, in my 2 cents, good morning. A lot of times we're not, people don't like you. Because I remember a coworker of mine, and my straight people that are subscribers, my supporters, friends, be able to listen to someone else. Put yourself in my shoes and our shoes for a second. Just really envision this. This coworker of mine, she said, I don't like Obama. Why don't you like Obama? It's just something about him I don't like about him. So come to find out, she was from the D. She's a Southern person. Her family's all Republican, and she was a lesbian. Now, some of the things that Obama stood behind would benefit her, but just because her family were conservative Republicans, she didn't like Obama, but she benefited from the programs that he started. It was like, but you don't like him. Why? I just don't like him. So you were going to find anything that he did was going to is going to be distasteful to you because you just don't like who he is. And for people that are homophobic or transphobic, whichever phobia you have, stand up in your shit. Stand up in it. You don't like me because of who I am. And that's your right. But don't dance around and act like it's something else when you do know what it is. You ultimately, and that's why with someone like ZX talking about would a trans woman fight a straight woman? Look at these people. Look, it's people that slept out here all night. Just that's crazy. But ZX was asking would a trans woman. Meanwhile, he's talking about slapping the hell out of Five Babe because of something she said that he didn't agree with. And this is my thing. You're a freaking hypocrite. You're a woman beater. You will hit a woman, ZX. Cut the shit. You will hit a woman. And so stop making it like trans women shouldn't do this because they're trans. Again, I'll be the first to say a trans woman should not compete. And I said this yesterday. A trans woman should not compete in sports against biological women. Absolutely not. You have an advantage, a physical advantage. I don't care how big your titties are, bitch. You can still pick a love seat up. Okay, you may be beautiful, but your body had testosterone coursing through it at one time or another. You have a physical advantage. Bitch, you can pick the front of a goddamn Toyota Corolla up and you trying to sit up here and box against a woman. No. Now, they do go through certain physical changes when they get on, the hormones and everything, but innately they are still biological males. Yes, your appearance is woman. You can say you're a woman, but you're not female. There's a difference. The Jew was running around here with 10.5 inches some years ago, uncut, thick as a Coke bottle. Girl, you're not female. You identify as a woman, and people, I will respect that. But I'm not gonna sit up and act as if it's an equal playing field. And no, I don't think. Hey, hey, CUNTTV. Um, I think that you're running around here, and I'm not one of y'all. This may be unpopular among my LGBTQI people. Oh shit, that's more letters than Rico name. Um, but the thing is, you can't make if a man is with a trans woman, um, he's ultimately with someone that did used to be a man. We can't act like the person never was a male at one time. Yes, they may have had gender reassignment surgery. All of that, that's fine. And you may give the appearance of a woman. You identify as a woman now. But I'm one of those people that feel you should let the man know that you used to be named Daryl and you played football in high school. I mean, y'all, that may, and I'm being a little, tongue in cheek with that, but I would be upset if I met a trans man and he used to be a woman because I'm not attracted to feminine energy. I'm attracted to men. Now, some of my dating choices in the past may have been questionable for how much man they really were, but I, for the most part, I'm not attracted to women. I think women are beautiful, but I'm not attracted to them I want to sleep with them. Now, there are certain women that have been on YouTube that have masculine energy. Leota Lioness, D Ramsey, um, Spy Babe. Um, she don't know she has masculine energy, but she does. She act like a straight up dude at times. No shade. But I don't want to sleep with them except Leo. But I think that I don't, I don't, I wouldn't want to be with a trans man. You're attractive, but I don't want to be with you in the I don't want to sleep with you. Now, I am a pure concentrated gay man. I'm a gay man. I'm the safe gay man. And I tell women all the time, use it captivating. Captivating. You mind if I use you as an example? Captivating, captivated and I, we are under that umbrella of the LGBTQ Leon, Clarence, Deontay, Barbara, BLT group of people. But I can lay in a bed with you and watch Golden Girls. We can sit up and watch Fried Green Bananas or Stella's Got a Groove and all those movies. We can have a good kiki. Captivating, not so much. You'll wake up, y'all will be laid in bed. Next thing you know, one You have panties on one leg and your bra be off. But me, only thing your bra be off because I'll be helping you adjust it and say, girl, this look cute with your outfit. That's the wrong color that you're wearing. You know what I'm saying? But I think that um, you do have to. It's almost like it's almost not true. um, I the thing is, you have to be aware. Of what we need to have these conversations, and I can understand where women are coming from because I will respect if a woman doesn't want to be called a cis woman, a cisgendered or whatever term, that they don't want to be called that. You respect that. That's why I say biological woman. Um, and women that don't want to be called fish. Gay men, we use that term when we refer to people that are doing like drag or trans girls. And gay men, you ask any gay person, they'll be like, bitch, you giving fish. Bitch, you are straight up fishing. The queens will be the, the queens will be smiling and they'll be taking that as a popular. Uh, they'll look at that as, oh, I'm giving fish, bitch. They think of that as a positive thing. It's not. It's not a. You're welcome. It's not a negative thing for us. But if a woman hear that, a woman be like, bitch, I don't smell like no fish. What you mean fish? I ain't no damn fish. You know, Everybody don't play in their coochie and it smell like fish on their fingers, like they had a Friday fish fry for the church. Everybody don't have that issue, but and some people do like fried fish like that. But I like red snapper because I got a little red snapper myself. But I think that you can't. You have to respect. You know, all gay men don't want to be called queens or girl. Some gay men will be pissed off if you call them a girl. Trust the Gordon fisherman, right? Okay, my 2 cents, right? And we respect that. We may speak amongst ourselves like that, but I've heard an overwhelming amount of women that don't like to be referred to as fish, and I have no choice but to respect that. You're giving me respect. I'm giving you respect. And again, some gay men they don't want to be called girl or queen. Um, and I respect that. I used to be one of those gay men, and being totally honest, it was offensive to me because I hadn't been around. I had limited experience around gay people. So when I was going out to the clubs and someone would say, Miss Thing, a girl, I used to be like, who that bitch talking to? And I'd be like, I'm not a girl. Don't. It was irritating to me. But then the more that I got immersed into our culture of gay men, I knew that was just the language sometimes that people use, and they call everyone. They call the most butchest guys girl, and it is about respect. Just respect what people. Listen, a person doesn't want to be called that. Don't call them that. That's easy. I had an ex. He didn't want to be told he had a little dick. I knew he had a little dick, and the bitches he was fucking on side knew he had a little dick, but he didn't think he had a little dick. So I didn't say that unless, of course, I was mad at him, and I would say that. But I stayed there because he had a golden heart. But it wasn't as bad as. You'd be like, you little dick motherfucker, you can't fuck worth nothing. But you don't say that because that's hurtful to someone and it's unkind. But, um, you know, did he know how to use it? After after coaching, he did. After coaching him and cheering him on like you were at like a football game, he did become satisfactory, I'll say. But his heart was the biggest thing he ever had. But again, that's not what kept me. My 2 cents. My 2 cents. Let me tell you something. This dog park that I would go to, that I go to sometimes, I would take Kai up there, and I met this woman and her partner. Her partner identifies as a lesbian. She identifies as, let me get the word term right. She is, she doesn't identify as a lesbian. She identifies as captivating. What's the term when they don't have a specific gender role? She is a, she refers to herself as we, them, us. And I just say, bitch, you bipolar. Bitch. I mean, back in the days, we said you schizophrenic. So she refer non-binary. Yes, that was the term. That's the word, non-binary. And I said, okay. So to get past that, I did as well start calling her by her name. Like, okay, Laura. Okay, Laura, hey, Laura. I mean, y'all, this is Laura. Hell, I thought you was a damn stud. You running around here with flannel shirts on and Timberlands and big ass jeans. Girl, you was back in the days we would say stud. Um, but um, like when I first was going out as a teenager a few years ago, when I would go out to the clubs, because I was, we were more us millennials. We children of the MP3 players, and our we didn't have Walkmans and stuff like that, but we were connected to the internet a lot, and a lot of things we could easily access and learn for ourselves. We weren't in the dark. So, like, Cap identifies as bisexual. There we go. There we go. There go T Danielle. Uh, Cap, identifies as bisexual, and but back in the day, they'd be like, "Yeah, that's a piece of trade." Some people would call him trade. Uh, I wouldn't have called him trade, but some people would. I would be like, okay, he buy, he do his thing. Girl, he'll get your coochie too. That's what I would say. But and nowadays, some of the gay men will sleep with women. You go on to the hub, and quite a few gay men are sleeping with the FTMs. And when I say FTMs, females to males. So To me, that's a lot to process. Hold on. That's a lot to process because I'm looking at someone that looks like a man that have a whole coochie, and gay men are sleeping with them. So I that to me threw me for a loop when I first saw that. I was like, okay, you're a gay man, and I saw you in all these movies with other gay men, and now you're actually sleeping with someone that could get pregnant. Because the FTM, if y'all pull it up, look for yourself. The FTMs look like straight up dudes a lot of times. Chest be flat. Still, remember when Oprah had the show years ago when Oprah was on, and she did the show about the first man to become pregnant. But that really wasn't true because the person wasn't born a biological man. They were born a woman. And yes, a woman, men can't get pregnant. So you are to me, it would be like a lesbian that looked like a guy getting pregnant. You just didn't have the breast. So, I mean, if y'all want another idea of what an FTM looks like, I mean, just look at like Kwani. But I think that's still us trying to feel, who we are as people. We're evolving as people. Things look, we're understanding other things. Like my grandmother would say bulldagger. That's offensive. Lesbians don't like to be, for the most part, called bulldaggers. And we as gay people, as a gay man, when I say, okay, just imagine this, y'all. And I want y'all to hear me out with this. When you hear the guy in Jason, I'm not gonna say New Mexico, with Jason, you'll get up in arms and you'll say, nope, he's racist. I can't deal with him. He said the N word. Nope, he says the N word. I can't deal with him. But should I deal with someone that said the F word? Because for me, it's the same. It's the same. I don't care how you feel about it. Me as a gay man, the F word is the same as the N word. And I'm not one of those people that I can still be cool with you if you say the F word in anger or whatever. Just like I can still be cool with if I hear a white person say the N word about someone. Because what's the difference? If they got mad and they said it, does that make them a racist? Any more than someone said the F word, does that make them homophobic? Your family that says the F word sometimes when y'all are not around other people, are they homophobic? Let's really be real about it. You got daddies, uncles, and brothers that say the F word sometimes when they refer to gay men. Should they be written off? If we're going to keep it real, because I've had family members to say the F word, I still love them, but I can't sit up and say that it didn't bother me to hear them refer to someone else as the F word, even though they weren't talking about me. And y'all could be like, I'm talking about that person. He's an F. You're not an F. But what if that person, Jason, said, I'm talking about him. He's an N. You're not an N. Is there a difference for you because it's not referring to you? Hold on, y'all. Oh, God. I'm stretching, y'all. Okay. I have to pay to park in the garage. Y'all, I want to have some green beans for Thanksgiving. Can y'all hit my cash app? I want to make a green bean casserole with some spinach dip and some nachos and burritos. Can y'all sponsor that for Thanksgiving? I'm gonna have a Mexican Asian cuisine Thanksgiving. I want to do a fruit cake. Can y'all sponsor my fruit cake? Can y'all sponsor these cakes? Um, I know Captivating likes him some cakes. The Edie say anyway. Um, but uh, yeah, I'll just be playing. That's my brother. Um, no, I'm just saying. Oh, sponsor me, old Brianna pound cake. Now I'm gonna be parking on the roof today. It seems. Um, but y'all, seriously, how do I feel about gay people saying the F word? Y'all, and I'm not being funny. It would be just like, but just ask, how do you feel about a black person saying the N word? I feel that same way because I am a black person, which is, it doesn't bother me really much, but because I know it's just infused in people's minds. That's just a part of our culture, but I don't use it like that. Now, I may use the N word in conversation when I'm talking about someone, but not often. But I think they're both derogatory words at the root of them. At their roots, they have been used for derogatory, you know, they've been used in derogatory manners against people. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Miss Cruiser. It's like, and the thing is, it's an age thing too. You know, our grandparents, they do not like the N word at all. Just like my aunties. My aunties don't refer to each other as the B word. But my younger cousin, that's how her and her friends talk. They do refer to each other as B's. But my aunties don't refer to each other as B's. Gay men, we don't, for the most part, like the F word. We don't. But there are some self loathing gay men. There are self loathing gay men that hate themselves, just like the whole thing with Shanquilla. And the person posted that picture saying it was a trans woman that did this and that. Uh, and that was a joke to them. It's stupid. And that person should be in trouble for that shit. There are gay men that they think that other gay men are beneath them. It's weird as hell. It's almost like and it's no different from a black man that only dates white women thinking that he's getting the best that there is to offer because he has this blonde girl from the Caucasoid Mountains. Hold on, y'all. Baby, that's what you like. That's what you like. And I saw a video of Alfonso Rivera. Am I saying his name right? You know who I'm talking about, Carlton. He was talking about, I always got to get me a white girl. Like, that was a badge of honor for him to have a white woman. And I'll be the first to admit, I've dated white guys. I had white boyfriends before. I was with someone for a couple of years that was white. Uh, Now in the dark, if you felt that dick, you would thought you was with somebody straight from Nigeria. But the thing is, I didn't go out seeking a white man to be like, I gotta get me a white man, gotta get a white man, gotta white is right. Cause some black men think if it ain't white, it ain't right. I've dated Hispanic. I'm primarily attracted to black men. I see myself with a black man because I feel more of a kinship. And that's kind of weird to say because I'm sleeping with them, but you know what I'm saying? Familiarity. That's what I mean. I feel more of a connection with another black person. You know, I have a conversation around my white friends, and I'd be like, "Let me tell you what that heifer did." They'd be like, "Oh my God, you called her a heifer?" You know, like they'll be like, "Oh my God, a heifer!" Like, that's like, hey, girl, our grandparents referred to our little cousins, the little heifers outside. We talk like that. Wench. That's our conversation. That little wench, them little wenches outside. That's like a cute little word that older people would say. Y'all little wenches better not be out there being fast. And so I say, Miss Cruiser, that's the thing. They would be saying I was mannish when I used to go to vacation Bible school. In the summertime, they would send our asses to vacation Bible school. My family primarily Southern Baptist. And I usually get ass whoopings almost all the time because I'm looking under them little girls' dresses and we hunching or I'm doing something. And they would come and tell my grandmother, your grandbaby cut up again today. And I know I'm going to get an ass whooping. But maybe my grandmother would pick me up and I'd be thinking I'm free, home free. And I see those church mothers coming. I say, God damn it. And they would come they say, Miss So and so, your grandbaby, he was cutting up again today. And she said, oh, was his sister so and so? What was he doing? Well, him and that little boy, they was in there fighting. He was in there, and the little girl said he looked under her dress. Well, she didn't tell you her ass invited me to look under her little fast ass dress. She hunching me, goddamn it. Now she a stud today. Her ass was aggressive back then. But the thing is, my grandmother would be so sweet. She would be driving home and she would stop by the store every day to get groceries, get stuff what she's cooking for that night. My grandmother would be quiet and I'd be like, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can I push the bag? I'd be so sweet and shit. I'm pushing the basket, helping carry the groceries. My cousins, they quiet because they don't want to get no ass whooping. They don't want to get the aftershock ass whooping. But my grandmother would get to that house and I'd go change out of my church clothes and she'd say, oh, mama needs to talk with you. And I'd go in there, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'd be the sweetest little fucking angel. Now, Sister So-and-so said you did this and you did that. And you going to get a whooping now. I am finna whoop your ass. Oh, well, you was just talking about God and church and blessing, be thy mother, and all that. You finna whoop my ass. And she tear my ass up. Miss Cruz and y'all, she tear my ass up. But the side effect was I started liking S&M. I leaned toward S&M because I could take an ass lashing. But I definitely I went totally off topic. But the whole thing about how people identify and their respect levels. And it wasn't to take away from Shanquilla's death, how she left this world. You got to be careful with what you say. I know, and I be saying everything, but you have to be careful of who your friends are, because some people are frenemies. Some people don't like you and they stay close to you even though they can't stand you. And every smile is not meant for good. Hell, you can look at a crocodile, it looks like it's smiling, but you fall your ass over that into that enclosure with it. Even though it got that big toothy smile looking at your ass. A hyena is laughing while it's eating a fucking antelope ass up. Now I dated a hyena and he'd eat my ass up too, and I didn't complain. But I think that you have to be aware that everyone's not your friend. On YouTube, content creators will tell you they're about coins. They look at you as a monetary gain. Be aware of what you're dealing with. Stop looking to these people to save you or to validate you. Validate yourself. And this girl, she could still be here, but those people that she called her friends, they didn't have her best intentions at heart. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, and this whole divisiveness, trans women versus straight women, you're jealous. People get mad. They say, you want to be a woman. And, I don't want to be a woman. I like my body as a man. I like how my body's built up. I don't want to be a woman. Do you think the world could deal with me as a woman? I'd be too fucking gorgeous. I'd probably have big titties because the women in my family have breasts. So I would have titties and ass, but the universe didn't see fit for me to be a woman, and I'm cool with that. But y'all, it is raining, and I don't want to get all in milk because I'm sugary and sweet. Hey, Patricia Ellington. But gay men and trans women. Sometimes gay men don't like the trans girls. Sometimes the trans girls don't like the gay men. It's weird. You could be a white person that's gay and still be a racist. Now, as weird as that sounds, I've seen that. And lesbian women that are studs, sometimes they don't like the gay boys. Gay men and lesbians and gay men a lot of times don't even go to the same clubs. They may be like, that's a lesbian bar, that's a gay bar. When I've gone to a lesbian bar, I was like, bitch, you're not in Kansas anymore, because they looked at me like, why you here? What's your kind doing in here? And I'm like having a good time because I got lesbians in my family. So I'm dancing, having a great time. But some of them don't like men coming into their spaces because they still see you as a man. But again, some of the gay boys, they'll look at lesbians and give them a side eye because you don't have a dick. Why are you here? I'm one of those people, I go wherever. Bitch, I'm going to the lesbian bar. I have a good time. The music is good. That's why I'm going. So I never have limited myself with where I go. But, unfortunately, there is some lines in our group of people. We're not always accepting of each other. And this is a conversation that needs to be had. We do need to do a panel on that. The trans girls, straight women, lesbian women, the women that are more masculine appearing, the feminine appearing. We talked about this before. I don't feel I can get undressed in front of my friends and change clothes, but I wouldn't want to do that in front of a woman. Even if she was a lesbian or not, I still would feel uncomfortable. And I wouldn't even want to do that in front of, I could do it in front of my gay brothers. That's what, let me say that. You know, I don't even know if I could do that. I look at captivating that's like a gay brother. But I get out of clothes and he see these fat little plump cakes up. He may start salivating like a wolf on the cartoons looking at lamb chops. I don't want to do that to him. And, I think that we just have to have an understanding of hearing each other out and not just jump into conclusions. I know that shit don't kind of go together, but it sounded right to say it at the end like that because I'm getting ready to get off of here. Um, that's what you did, Miss Cruiser. You did all that. Girl, you was a little slow. I had got my first priest of Dick in Vacation Bible School, but it wasn't all the way. Let me say that it was just a BG, a BJ. What you mean, Cap? I wasn't a hoe like that. All I did was oral. That was it. I wasn't gonna do more than this, and I was like 9 or 10. I wasn't no hoe. I carried myself with respect. But yeah, we didn't put all of it in each other's mouth. We just put each other head in the mouth. But his was uncut, so it kind of scared me because it looked like a soft shell turtle. Thought it was gonna bite my face or something. But y'all just hunched. I was just hunching at like when I was 5, 6, and 7, but I couldn't wait forever. Um, but y'all, I'm gonna get off of here because I need to go in. Um, Miss Cruz, if we would have been hanging together, girl, you would have been pregnant because we would have been messing with the boys together. I would have been like, you can't hang with me if you ain't doing nothing. Uh, that's it, Patricia Ellington. Yes, ma'am. Exactly. Exactly. Miss Cruiser, we would have been some straight up hoes. I would have probably been doing drag in that case. I would have been like, you ain't finna get all attention. I'm finna throw me some socks on, have some titties, cut a piece of couch off, and give myself some hips. Let's go out, girl. Let's go on and let me get off this damn phone, y'all. I'm cutting up too much. Y'all have a great day. I will be on later. Peace.